Good day. This is something to all people who are wishing to travel to Australia from the UK need to understand about this country. They want you to come here and spend your money, but whether they want you there as English people is questionable. Unless you're a celebrity, of course, or a celebrity comedian. And if you're a celebrity comedian, then they're bound to laugh at you, only because they know you are a comedian. If, on the other hand, you're not a comedian, and you come to Australia, you have to tell them beforehand that you are a comedian or you're going to make a joke. Otherwise, they will not know whether to laugh or not. It's one of those unique features that you need to know before you arrive in this rather strange and mixed up little country. Very big country, but very small-minded. And you see, I've been here 50 years now, 52. I arrived here as a child. I was told to fuck off. When I first came here, only been here an hour or so, I was told to fuck off. Another hour later, and it's basically continued, and 50 years, 52 years down the line, you still get to fuck off out of Australia. Now, it's very, very annoying, and it's irritating, and also at the same time it's rather interesting, because if you're into anthropology and studying the human race, well, it makes a fascinating study, to study a bunch of people who really, really hate the English, because the English sent them out here to be in this country. Now that's very interesting, because Australians obviously, they hate the English for sending them to Australia and hold it against them so much they will tell English people like myself, even though I've been here all my life, most of my life, tell me to fuck off now, back to the Pommy land, even though and they blame me for, or passed on, inherited this dysfunction, which means they continue to blame the English for the English sending their ancestors out to Australia. So in other words, Australians don't actually like being here. And that's why they're shitty and angry and miserable, and they think they'll be happy, everyone will be happy and pretty relaxed, but not as half as relaxed and happy as one would expect in a country that you don't really have to work very hard to achieve a lot. All you have to really do is learn to bullshit and say what other people want to hear. Now this is the limit of free speech in Australia. There's no open, practical analysis of things allowed. In actual fact, it doesn't happen. 52 years, I'm looking to hear any conversations what sound like that, or one you may hear in an intelligent country. Now there's not that there isn't intelligence in Australia, there is some very brilliant people here, that they're not allowed into the parts of the bits what get run by the people just as sneaky, and they think everyone else is dumb. And so the speech is limited to, the free speech is limited to insulting people like fuck off Pommy, get out of here now, or you're an idiot, or you make some insult. If you try to explain something what's a bit over their heads or they don't understand, the immediate reaction is say, you're a fucking idiot, mate, get off the crack, or whatever they say, because they're not into researching things for themselves. It's like there's Chinese whispers and there's Aussie whispers, or Aussie bullshit whispers. But this is some of the things you have to be aware before you come to Australia. Well, they're not that fond of Pommies. Like how they say, oh come, we love you, to come, we don't want your money, and they want Pommies to come out and do all the work in the bush, and they want the Irish people who they're like Irish because I think they're renegades against the English, and but Irish are damn good workers. Irish are brilliant workers. That's a fact, real fact. But they like all these people to come here to do the work the Aussies don't want to do, out in the bush, out in the scrub. Aussies don't want to bar that place with its flies and mosquitoes and dangerous men and all that. Aussies are crowding their cities and willing to pay the highest house prices in the world to try and get as far away from the bush as possible. So although it's a very big country, they live in a very small area, and basically it's basically as crowded as it is in the UK. Most of the places where Aussie lived, and they suffer far bigger traffic jams because they couldn't solve the fucking problem in a pink fit. But that is some of the things you need to know. If you come to Australia, you have to be aware they want you here, if you're a backpacker, to do the work they won't do, and they can't get their young people and all sorts of people. They can't get them out the streets. There's hundreds of thousands of people living in the streets in Australia. About 100,000 people living in the streets, homeless, too fucking lazy to go to the bush and do the work through picking or wherever it is. Now they have to bring little English girls in and little German girls in to do the work. Aussie men are too lazy to do, and moaning and crying on the street that they're homeless in Melbourne. Saw them. I did say this to them though when I met some of them, interviewing why you're on the street, etc. Healthy. I had said to them, look, in Melbourne they advertise this product which gives you longer lasting sex. Well, I said to these guys, look, if you get some of this product into you and become better lovers, you'll soon find some fucking place to slay, because you can pick up a lady and give her a really good fuck and she'll be happy with you and soon make you a meal. Bit beyond them, I know. But anyway, I thought that may be some sort of travel warning for those people contemplating coming to Australia, because yes, there's some friendly people here, but by God, there's some fucking bastards who aren't friendly at all and just tell you to fuck off, get out of my country now. So, you know, we're stuck here, some of us, and we put up with it and we get pissed off with it, but you deal with it because, in the end, who gives a fuck? We're all Aussies fucking now. See you later, mate.